Welcome to Midday. Our first guest joining us, Corporal Jody Schalke from Kamloops RCMP. Thanks for being here, Jody.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know that Kamloops RCMP have been extremely busy over the last little while with a lot of a series of high-profile and quite violent incidents, really since the beginning of the year. But so this is a very timely topic to talk about community safety with you. Just in the fact that this has all happened here, and it just seems like one after another. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, what do you want the public to know?
Well, first of all, it does appear that often it's a spate of violent incidents that happen together, and then there's a long period of time when there isn't any. So, but what I do know is that all of these incidents have been related to drug use and to local Kamloops drug use.
Okay.
And all of the incidents have been targeted. They've been specifically looking for somebody. And the victims, besides one victim, have been associated to the drug community, as have the suspects. And so we've identified numerous suspects, and we're looking to identify, we're targeting, identifying, and then apprehending the suspects. And so it's the targeting that's important, and we ask people in the community, if they have any information, to please come forward to us. This is a very volatile time, and there could be more violence, and we can prevent that. It's easily prevented if we have the information, so we can carry through an investigation and prevent this from happening. So to people who are in the drug community, you know, I want to say that, you know, this is not the way to go about leading your life. Your life is in danger. The people that were your friends last week and selling you drugs, this week may be coming to do you harm. For family and friends of people who are in the drug community, just remember that if you speak to them, that remember that their lives could be at risk, your lives could be at risk. So to people who are in the drug community, think about your family, think about the community in general, and come forward with information to us. While I can't say there's not any risk to the general public, I do know that, again, each of these incidents was targeted, and we have a lot of resources come to us. Southeast District Command Center has sent us resources to help us with investigation material. CFJC, Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit, has sent us the Uniform Gang Task Force, who is in town again. So we have the resources here, and like I said, we're working hard to target, identify, and then make the arrests. Ultimately, it's arresting the people and getting them off the streets. It's a very small percentage of people. Getting them off the streets is what will make the community safer.
It's concerning in general, but even more so, I think, what we've been hearing as well, just from people, and really what you know, just myself, you know, as a mother of young kids, and you know, I could be out walking anywhere. They've you know, these incidents have happened. It's almost like they're quite brazen, right? It's happened in very public areas, specifically. Hotels and motels.
Hotel parking lots, yes, during the day.
Yeah, during the day, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that unusual? I mean, I don't know if we've seen that really here.
It is unusual, yes. It's usually carried out much more covertly. And for that reason, you know, this is something that's becoming more brazen, as you said, you use the word brazen, and it is brazen. So, you know, people have some information about this, and they need to bring it forward to the police so that we can properly find who these people are and deal with it before there is violence that affects more innocent people.
Is it somewhat a specific group? You say the Kamloops drug trade that this is all related to. Is it a specific gang? Is it a specific group?
No, I wouldn't. You know, we're targeting the people who do violence, not so much a specific gang or drugs in general, but the people who do violence, and the people who do this violence are involved in the drug trade.
Right.
It's not a specific group. It's not one group against another. Often it's people who are in the same chain of drug. They sell drugs to one another, and they turn on each other, and it's within their group that there's infighting. So No, it's not a specific group. It's the people who do drugs in general.
Yeah. One last question for you, Jody, before we run out of time here. How are our officers coping with this? I mean, you know, we sometimes forget about that it is you, you guys that are out there dealing with this. I mean, how are they coping?
Well, Kamloops is a busy detachment on its own. As you saw last weekend, we had an incident where we had a person who was armed and we had to call in our emergency response team. And that has nothing to do with the drug community. So that was in addition to all of our investigations we have ongoing with the numerous homicides and so on. So it is taxing on every level of the detachment for resources. Luckily, we are able to call on other resources from other detachments, Southeast District, special units to come and assist us. But it's taxing, and we need to get to the bottom of this and make the community safer.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us, Jody. We really appreciate that. There's Kamloops RCMP's information at the bottom of the screen. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 2 minutes here on Midday. Stay with us.